Hi is back on the hit drama channel CD, where heartwarming, emotional, and meaningful stories about our favorite idols are always discussed with a deeper perspective. This time, New Year's Eve 2026 is in the spotlight after shocking news spread quickly among fans of Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan. A night that should have been filled with laughter and celebration instead turned into a heartbreaking story. That night, amidst the hustle and bustle of a small party attended by his inner circle, Wang Yibo was reportedly heavily intoxicated. Unlike his cool image in front of the cameras, that night Yibo looked fragile, tired, and truly letting go of all the burdens he had been holding in. The dim lights, soft music playing, and empty glasses were silent testimony to his emotional state. Several people present said that Wang Yibo had no intention of drinking so much. However, the end-of-year atmosphere, mounting work pressure, and longing for simpler times made him lose himself without realizing it. His laughter was softer than usual, and his eyes weren't as sharp as we often see on screen. As Yibo's condition became increasingly unstable, someone finally contacted Xiao Zhan. Without hesitation, Xiao Zhan immediately left his personal activities that night. There were no official cameras, no announcements, just a friend rushing to ensure the person he cared about was safe. Xiao Zhan arrived calmly, dressed simply, as if he didn't want to attract attention. Upon seeing Wang Yibo, his expression changed. Not panic, but concern. He approached, spoke softly, and patiently helped Yibo up, as if fully understanding his friend's condition. This moment was secretly recorded and widely shared. In the short video, Xiao Zhan can be seen supporting Wang Yibo, ensuring his steady steps, and draping his jacket over Yibo to keep him warm. It was a small gesture, but one filled with meaning. Fan reaction immediately exploded. Social media was filled with comments of emotion, concern, and pride in Yizhan's friendship. Many said the moment showed their human side, away from the spotlight and the demands of popularity. Some fans admitted to crying when they saw the video, not from the sensation, but from the genuine warmth. In the entertainment world full of pretense, seeing two people care for each other without excessive drama is a rare and precious thing. Behind the scenes, it was known that Xiao Zhan didn't leave immediately after picking up Yibo. He made sure Yibo arrived safely, staying with him until he truly calmed down. There were no big words, just a consistent presence, something that often means more than lengthy advice. That New Year's Eve ended quietly, away from parties and fireworks. But it was in that silence that their friendship once again showed its strength. Wang Yibo, usually known for being independent and reserved, that night entrusted himself to the one person he truly trusted. The next day, news of Yibo's improved condition spread. There was no official clarification, no strong denial. It was as if both agreed that not everything needed to be explained to the public. Some stories were better kept as private memories. For longtime fans, this moment was like a reminder of Yizhan's long journey. From the beginning of their careers through difficult times, to now at the peak of their popularity, they have continued to support each other in their own ways, even if it wasn't always visible. Many believe this incident actually made their image more human. Wang Yibo was no longer just a flawless figure, and Xiao Zhan wasn't just an actor with a warm smile. They were human beings with emotions, fatigue, and a need for true friendship. In a world that often demands idols to be strong, this story serves as a reminder that it's okay to be vulnerable. And more than that, having someone there to pick you up when you're weakest is an invaluable blessing. Yizhan's friendship that night wasn't expressed in words, but demonstrated through actions. And that's precisely what made it feel real. No script, no direction, just a natural flow of caring. New Year's Eve 2026 may pass like any other night, but for fans of Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, that night will always be remembered as a symbol of sincere and unwavering friendship. That night actually marked a small turning point that many people didn't realize. After the incident, those closest to Wang Yibo realized that he had been carrying too much pressure alone. His busy schedule, public expectations, and demands for perfection meant he rarely had a chance to truly rest emotionally. Being drunk on New Year's Eve wasn't just an incident, but rather an outburst of fatigue that had been carefully hidden. Xiao Zhan, on the other hand, seemed to understand this without needing to explain. He didn't judge, didn't overly advise, and didn't escalate the issue. Instead, his demeanor displayed a rarely seen emotional maturity. He knew when to speak and when to remain silent. In that silence, the trust between them seemed to grow stronger. In the days following the incident, fans began to notice subtle changes. Wang Yibo appeared calmer and more grounded in his few public appearances. He didn't smile as much, but his eyes seemed more steady. Many speculated that the night had given him the space to release something he'd been holding in. Meanwhile, Xiao Zhan continued his activities as usual, as if the incident had never happened. However, for those who were sensitive, a protective aura was increasingly evident. He didn't show anything overtly, but his actions were enough to say it all. This story slowly turned into a more reflective, heated discussion among fans. It was no longer about getting drunk or partying, but about what it means to be there for someone. Many fans related this story to their own lives, about a friend who showed up when they needed him most without asking too many questions. In various comment sections, personal stories emerged from fans inspired by Yizhan's moment. Some felt reminded to care more for those closest to them, while others wished they had someone like Xiao Zhan in their lives. It was an unintended, yet real, emotional impact. Time passed, and the public spotlight slowly shifted to other topics. But for loyal fans, the story of New Year's Eve 2026 still holds a special place. It wasn't a grand, fabricated story, but rather a small fragment that felt honest. In an industry full of image and publicity, this moment served as a kind of respite. A reminder that behind the big names and the cheers, there are people who still need support. And sometimes, that support comes in the form of a friend willing to pick you up in the middle of the night. On the hit drama channel CD, this story isn't just gossip or sensationalism. It's a story about humanity, about caring, and about relationships that endure amidst the global spotlight. And perhaps, behind all the glitz and glamour of the entertainment industry, this is what fans are looking for most. A true story of the heart, simple yet profound. Ultimately, the story of Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan that night didn't need a dramatic conclusion. It's simply remembered as a story of caring, trust, and friendship that endures despite unforeseen circumstances. A simple story, yet one that leaves a lasting impression on those who watched it.